Hello, everybody. Hello. Heather here. Welcome to the YouTube Huddle Up. It is Friday, June 18th, and it is great to be here. It's great to see you. I was off last week. Yes, we've been away for 2 weeks, so I hope to see all of the progress that you guys have made on your YouTube channels, and I'm excited to get into our topic of the day. But first, I'm also very excited because I have help this week. As you know, if you're a regular of the YouTube Huddle Up, I've just been on this constant journey to make sure that this show provides as much value to you in an hour as possible. We've got our awesome scoreboard here, and I'm so excited because the last time we had the YouTube Huddle Up, I asked you guys if anyone would be willing to help me take the screenshots for the board just to see if we can keep the flow a little bit better. And I'm excited to share that Josh Scott and Anita Lee of One Page, formerly known as One Page at a Time, have volunteered to help. So go ahead and leave your goals and your wins. And just a big thanks to Josh and Anita. You guys are, it's such a big, I know this is the first time, but already it's just, I feel like I don't have to try to, do a bunch of things at the same time, which I feel like maybe for you guys it didn't seem like it was frazzled, but for me it's like really hard for me to switch. I have ADHD, so it's hard for me to switch to do multiple things at the same time, and then I get super exhausted after the stream. So I'm excited to try this new format. And I was watching some of your videos. I plan to watch more videos throughout the weekend. Everyone who's on this scoreboard. So just, kind of going off of what I said the last time that we were here, someone is always watching. And if it's not, I am at least watching your videos. I want to keep you accountable, give you feedback and all of those things. So you can know that sometimes it feels, especially if you're just getting started, like what, who, why, all of those things. But, I'm here, and I hope that is helpful to you. I totally didn't pick a sticker for the week, though, so maybe if you guys have suggestions for stickers of the week, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So let's check in and see who is here. Hello. Also, Dr. Sev learned a cool trick using Canva that she's over the moon about. Created a story in Canva to share with my team. Requirement was 1 minute or less. Adding audio in Canva extended the time. Needed voice. So Canva, I can't emphasize enough. I love eCam. It's like my favorite tool. My second favorite tool though is Canva, and like it's crazy. I really think that it is no longer, it used to be like, oh, if you didn't know graphic design or you didn't know Photoshop, then you'd go check out Canva. But I really think that Canva offers something totally different because it has these cool templates for Instagram stories, Instagram live, Facebook, Pinterest pins, anything. It has templates for pretty much anything. And I think that, Photoshop, you're starting with a blank slate. You don't even know the dimensions. You have to look that up. So I'm glad that you learned something new, and Canva is making your life easier. Caden's here. Hello all. Filmtopia, one video, no wins, but I still have the goal, upload a new video. No worries. There's always a new week. I also have to say my goal. Okay, so my goal is to, what is my goal going to be? Oh, here's my goal, because I keep putting it off. I want to learn Mighty Networks. Let me type that in the chat because it's been on my list. Goal, learn Mighty Networks when invited to guests for my new podcast. Boom. Okay. See, and I never posted my own wins and goals because I was so like focused on the scoreboard, but now I can like participate with you guys. All right, cool. Let's see. Voiceover. I found a website to create the audio, converted that to MP4 on another website, then added that to Canva since Canva doesn't allow more than one MP3 file in a presentation. Interesting. Megan's here. live streamed about Keynote done and video for new Swift UI things scheduled to go live later today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Dr. Sev, I love, it's like the best feeling when you when you have like a vision in mind and you have no idea how to get there, and then you get there. Oh, that's so satisfying, isn't it? Mr. Camera Junkie checking in. Always good to see you. Hi, hi, hi. Road Rush Nation. Hello, hello. Yes, we actually have been to Roy's. It was creepy at first, but they have remodeled it. Not remodeled, but the little rooms used to be like totally torn up. There was like beds in there from decades ago, and it was, you know, the paint was like falling off the walls, and there was like dirt everywhere and stuff. And now they're all like, you know, remodeled. It's all pretty, it's fresh paint and stuff. But it's always cool to see that little piece of history. Dominic's here, finished recording and editing a longer type video. Here's a question. I'm wondering, how does YouTube and audiences like if super long form content, my live streams, coexist on the same channel as pre-produced videos around 10 minutes long? Any advice? Does hurt or help? Good question, Filmtopia. Let me dive into this for a little bit. Okay, if you were to ask me like 2 years ago, I think me and pretty much anyone who I think is a you know, YouTube coach of some sort, I think the consensus was to start a second YouTube channel. Like there was just this trend of starting the separate channel for live streams. I felt like, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here, and I think the best people to ask are your people, right? Like, see what they think. But here's my impression from where I'm standing. So not only as a content creator myself, but also as a viewer, I actually like not having to subscribe to multiple channels from the same person, which I feel bad because I have two. But like, I think people just know if you make it clear, right? Like if you have a live stream show, and the timestamp will convey whether that's a live stream or not. Like people would be able to tell, okay, that's a 15-minute video or a 2-hour video. I think people can make the decision for themselves. Like, do they want to tune into the long form or do they want to watch a short form? You know who's a perfect example of this? My buddies, James and Mark. So they have a mukbang channel. Actually, let's go and check it out. So they have a mukbang channel, which is basically like where they eat on camera and just hang out. And they've only had this one channel for 5 years now. 5 years? 4 years? 5 years? I think 5. But they do that, right? So here you can tell there's a 3-hour live stream and then there's a 20-minute video. Same thing, 3 hours, 20 minutes ish. So they kind of alternate. And people can decide, okay, do I want to tune into the live stream? They go live right here. It says Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then you get a new video on Wednesday. So I think people can make the decision. And the feedback that I've gotten from James is that you'll see people who tune into both types of content, but then there's also people who are they have a clear preference for one or the other. And I think that it's fine. You know, I think that what people used to do was, oh, you know, we have to tell the YouTube algorithm, like, we don't want to mess up our data. So if we're going to do a long form live stream, we have to put it on a separate channel because it's going to mess with like the data. And I think that YouTube is always catching up to us. And I don't think we should be catching up to the algorithm. And I think that especially after last year, live streaming has become so much more prevalent. So long story long to answer that question. Let's see. Yeah, coexist on the same channel. I would advise, especially for you, like, I would hate to miss out on the content. I would want to see it all, and then I would make the choice on whether to watch it or not. That's what I think. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. Like, does anyone else want to chime in on that? Okay, let's see. Okay, we're getting all the wins. Megan is going to catch a replay. Awesome, no worries. Sticker for the week, something to honor Juneteenth. Oh, that's a good idea. Do you have any suggestions? What should it be? I'm going to think about that. Let's see. Okay, we've got goals and wins. Oh, it's so good to see all of these goals and all of these wins. Just my 2 cents. Oh, I love that name. First podcast with 2 guests, success and published. Congrats. A sticker for Pride Month. Oh, that's a great one. Oh, James, you were here. I was just talking about you. Is there an emoji for Pride? Let me see. I don't, because I'm just using like emojis. I could use a rainbow. I was hoping there was a pride flag. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, here. We have super long form content on our channel twice a week for the last 1.5 years. There was a point in time where it was outperforming the short content. There you go. Simply Obs is here. Miss DG in the house. What's up? I saw that you were doing Canva thumbnails. That was cool. I need to, if you, I didn't get to tune in, but I saw like the auto replay. If you want to level up your thumbnail game, Miss DG did a whole, like she was sharing her screen on Canva and stuff like that. So definitely go check it out. Let's see. Roy. Hi, Roy. How do you do the 30-minute notification before your live stream? I have no idea. I think that's a YouTube thing. So what I do is I try to schedule my live streams that morning, because usually my live streams are either at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. And I think YouTube just sends a like a reminder to the people who are subscribed. That's not something I do on my end, is basically what I'm saying. Joshua is here. Someone had the audacity to schedule a team meeting at 3:30, so I have to jump off at 3:30. We'll listen to the replay. No worry. Very cool, very cool. Okay. The live streams probably have made more people more diehard about our regular uploads. I love this. I have put Heather Ramirez on my work calendar so I can try and make these lives. I appreciate that, guys. But also, I'm not going to be offended if you don't tune in live so that you could watch the replay in 2x speed. Totally not going to be offended. PD1JDW. That's going to be a hard one to say. So I found out have a brand channel for the last 12 years. What can I do with that? What does it mean, actually? You know, I don't think that there's like much of a difference. The reason why I would encourage people to pick one or the other when it comes to a brand channel or personal channel is that when you have a brand channel, you could have multiple managers managing the YouTube channel, right? So like you wouldn't have to give someone your Gmail account and password. You would just assign, the admin account would just assign, oh, these are managers, and they would be able to access it from their own Gmail account. That's like the biggest thing that stands out to me, because no one looks at like Google Pages or whatever anymore. Okay. Everyone's saying hi. Tender Heart, hi. How's everything going? Hello, hello. Mike is here. Mike, I was just literally thinking like I should really get a trainer, because this is Mike, guys. He's awesome, and he's 59 years old and has a 6-pack. So there you go. If you've got the COVID-10 and like now that things are opening back up, go check out Mike's channel for some tips on how we can get our fitness back on track. Cool. Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. All right. Let me check in with the board. So, like I said, shout out to Josh, Scott, and Anita, who are doing the screenshots for the goals and the wins. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's all just there. Oh my God. You guys are so awesome. I'm so excited about this. And now all I have to do is just see who is going to get a sticker. Look at that. Perfect. Whew. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the stickers really quick. And then, as I mentioned, at 12:30, we will, like Josh and Anita, you guys can keep screenshotting if goals and wins come in after that. But I'm going to dive into our topic of the day, which is ignore this YouTube advice. And I'm so excited to get into it because I feel very passionate about this specific topic. So we will get into that. But let me do stickers really quick. Okay. We're going to do COVID-10 more like COVID-20. I was lucky that it was COVID-20, and then like in the last 3 months I took it down to COVID-10. But yeah, okay, let's do stickers. I'm gonna do a rainbow for Pride Month. How's that sound? Is that cool? So I'm gonna give myself a sticker. This is how I do it. Rain. I can't spell rain. Rainbow. Boom. There. Oh, here, there's a pride flag. I'm so excited. Bam. Oh, okay. So speaking of Ben, you guys, I have to shout this out because it's so good. I don't know if he's here, but Ben Tolson, he's a regular of the YouTube Huddle Up. He also runs the Podia YouTube channel. Podia is an online course membership platform. It's what we host the YouTube Mastermind on. It's also where I host my online course, Zero to YouTube Hero. But he's like, he runs their YouTube channel, and he just came out with this video about imposter syndrome. So it's just so good. If you guys, if that's something that you struggle with, please watch this video. I'm actually going to link it in the comments because it's just so good. And please, you know, leave him a comment and let him know what you think, because man, it's like so accurate. It kind of hurts. Okay. Now let me check in with stickers. Okay. So here's how it works. If you're new to this, this is the ShareSpark scoreboard on the left side of the sheet. Oh, and by the way, you could totally, view this, right? Just go to bit.ly/ShareSpark scoreboard and then you can view this as well. But on the left side of this are your goals for the following week. And then when the following week comes along, we just put your wins and then we cross-reference. And if you met your goal, you get a sticker. It's that simple. And it takes absolutely nothing to do this. It's just, you can jump on the board by just leaving us your goal for the week and then come back in next week and then get a sticker. So Josh, let's see. I can't believe you wouldn't be on here, Josh. You have to be. There you are. 3 live streams. He did 4 live streams. Awesome. Okay, Josh. Bam. This is what I do, like this. I was gonna play music, but the music was too loud last time, so I'm not gonna do it. Okay, Anita, let's give a shout out to Anita too, because if you guys remember, maybe, I don't know if you're gonna come up. Okay, let me see if I could find you, Anita. So Anita, if you guys remember, she's 1 page at a time, and I'm just so excited because she made the decision. There's no right or wrong here, right? But she made the decision to change her channel name from 1 page at a time to Anita Lee. Bam, you could see her face right there in her channel icon. And I know how hard of a decision that is. Tom, my husband, has talked about his own decision to change his YouTube channel from the Enthusiasm Project, which is a name that was, you know, he came up with in 2011. So it's definitely, you know, something he was very attached to, and then changed his YouTube channel to Tom Buck. So it seems easy, but it's a whole journey to decide whether to actually do that or not. So I just want to give you a shout out, Anita, for doing that. We need to update your thing here. Let me, Anita Lee. Oh, cool. And then let's keep going. Dominic created 6 more YouTube shorts. I'm not sure how to feel about YouTube shorts yet. Wasn't able to catch live. Completed 6 or goal. Figure out a new set for videos. Cool. How's the set going then, Dominic? I'm gonna give you a sticker, but how's the set? I know you're working. So, I mean, every time I see a video pop up, you always take everything another level up. Filmtopia is killing it. We have Loki that's out. So he's moving and shaking. If you guys are into Marvel and you watch Loki on Disney Plus, Filmtopia does like a live reaction, so we could all watch it together. And I had to put it in my calendar because guess what? Tom and I go to bed at 9:30 p.m. guys, but I'm gonna stay up for you, man. Let's see, Megan, live stream about Kino. Oh yeah, and I think I don't even have to check, or do I? I know you're always here, Megan. There you are. Boom. Okay. Megan. Boop. Cool. And Dr. Sev is just killing it per usual. I don't think you've ever missed a week. Where are you? Dr. Sev. There you are. Yeah, look at her. Look at this. Boom. Love it. Okay, Road Rush Nation. Staying on top of my schedule of uploading every week. Congrats. Let me tell you, consistency is the hardest thing that we all struggle with, so I get it. Mr. Camera Junkie, how are we doing? Batch Shoot YouTube Shorts. You created a t-shirt design and it's ready and available. Oh, great. Upgrade your skills. Oh, I love it. Where can people find it? Also, how are the YouTube Shorts going? Mr. Camera Junkie is like, what did Tom call you? The hype man for like every YouTube live stream, or even every live stream. It's awesome to see you just out there. Just my 2 cents when my first. Oh, okay. So just my 2 cents. I believe you're new to the board, which means I will add you after this. Actually, I can just do it right now. Let me just, hopefully I can find her. Boop, 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 boop.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Just My 2 Cents. I'm super excited to be back with another video. For this particular video, I am really ecstatic about the growth.
All right, cool. I will check out your channel after this, but we are excited to have you join the board. So for your goal, right? Goals, SMART. They got to be SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So it can't be something like, I hope to get, 500 subscribers by next week. It's got to be something that's totally in your control, something that is realistic and achievable, something that you can do. So go ahead and leave that in the comments if you haven't already. Aubrey, she did her first interview. I think the one that you're talking about is the one with your sister, and I'm so freaking proud of you for doing that. It was so much fun to watch. If you guys don't know Aubrey, definitely check out her channel. It's just a joy. Roy is here live every week since April. Wow. Roy, I believe you are new as well. Let me see if I can find your channel. Roy Richardson. Nope. Roy W. Yes. Roy. And just as a reminder, guys, I will get into our agenda at 12:30. So we're just hanging out until then. Sorry, I'm not being super talkative. Boop, boop. Also, I just want to say I've gotten some really good feedback about this scoreboard. So if you guys ever want to implement something like this for your community, definitely recommend it. Boop. All right. Thanks for joining us, Roy. Let us know what your goal for the week is going to be. Jake is Jake, you've been busy too, so it's awesome. Oh, you got a new channel banner, new videos. I like how you call it. So Jake was on a live stream in the eCam community yesterday, and he was like showing the live stream his YouTube channel. He has 3 videos, and he was like, those are my babies, my 3 babies. And I thought that was so cute, because it's like, yeah, I forget that that's how much I care about them, because I have so many, but like, we put our heart and souls into making these videos, so they are kind of, an extension of us. All right. And who we got? David, okay, another channel that you guys need to check out is David. I think we've talked about his channel, and you met him during the call-in show, but he does like the live streams where he's playing piano, and it's just so, man, talk about just a stress melter. it's such a great way to start your day. If you want to check your emails while like he's doing his thing playing piano, it's like it's so pleasant. It's pleasant. That's the best way I can explain or describe it. So David, we're gonna get you a sticker. Boop. Boop. Cool. All right. I think we are all caught up. I think I'm caught up here. Cool. All right. Let me check in with the comments. Heather, I am still waiting on your cooking channel for some of those great Filipino recipes. You know who's like the least Filipino person? It's me. I don't know how to speak the language. I don't even think I can like eat most of the food right now because I'm vegetarian as of like last month. So yeah. Let's see. But I wouldn't mind doing it. Yeah. I can't. Okay. So, you know how we all talk about how we have like 1,000 ideas as creative people? Let me tell you how many, I have 2 YouTube channels, but let me tell you how many channels have like come and gone just from me. I used to have a channel for Finley and Ben, my dogs. They had their own YouTube. I bet we could even find it. I think it's still there. Don't subscribe to this because I had to kill this one because I was like, dude, I can't be distracting myself. There they are. We have one video. But yeah, I was like, okay, dude, it's not about you. You're on a mission, focus. But I also wanted to do a cooking channel because I am like super into Impossible meat, which is like the plant-based meat. I was going to make a whole, I just can't start another channel. Okay, I lost you guys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. As in Jay done getting things done. Oh, getting things done. Oh, like the whiskey. Are you a whiskey channel? Or are you not? What is this? Tell me if you're. What is your channel? Actually, you can Google my name, PD1JDW. Okay, I'm about to jump into the Oh, you made that change too, Diana. What was it before? I thought it always was Diana Gladney. What's up, Rob? Let's see. Roy, is it better to make a brand or run with your name on your YouTube channel? I think it depends on everybody. What I will say is that I am a huge proponent of personal branding because if you can build a brand around your name, even if you decide to pivot or incorporate something new or come out with a new service or product, like your brand is always going to be attested to you as a person. It's trickier, especially if you are not used to putting yourself out there, because you kind of have to find that balance of like, how do I be genuine and create content around being authentic? But also like Filmtopia, you know, it very much is him, but the channel name is called Filmtopia. So I think it just depends, but I'm a big fan of the name. Yeah. Of taking the name first and last name approach. Okay. Desert Cornhole's here. Oh, so Desert Cornhole is another example. Like, he actually, what is your approach with that, David? Why did you do Desert Cornhole? It makes sense to me, but I'm curious as to like, why didn't you do like David Cornhole or something? I don't know. Let's see. Wait, are we supposed to update the document ourselves? No, you're not. So I have Josh and Anita helping me out. You just have to write your goals and wins in the comments. So don't worry, it's being taken care of. Let's see. Who did 7.5 hours of video editing? That's insane. I'll be starting a live stream at 10 p.m. So if y'all accidentally fall asleep, you can at least have enjoyed the pre-party portion. Wait, so what time does it actually go on? I thought the show starts like the actual Loki chart. Does it start at midnight? I won't be able to stay up, I don't think. Desert Cornhole. Okay, this is like an exciting time. Everyone here can relate. That first video, he says he's about to script out his first video. Good luck. So excited to see a video. Let's see. We've got other stuff. Hello, hello, hello. I had no idea you were Filipino. What are your thoughts on using your full name? It kind of scares me a little, but I'm not sure why. Yeah, I think like I think that we've just evolved, right? I think that name and birthday used to be something that, let's not put ourselves out there. I also think that that information is very, if someone wanted to find that, they probably could. So I don't make any effort to hide my name and birthday. I wouldn't put your address out there, even though I tell everybody I live in Indio, California. So now I'm just telling you everything about me. But I don't think, like, here's what I don't do. So I don't add everyone on Facebook. And I have gotten so much, like, why don't you add everyone on Facebook who sends you a friend request? Like, don't you want everyone to see what you post on your Facebook or, whatever? Facebook is the only one where I decline requests. Anybody could follow me on anything else. I have there's no personal profile or, business profile. It's all the same to me. And I took a lot of precaution and cleaning up and, deleting a bunch of stuff and making sure that I would be okay with anything becoming super public. I stand by everything that is out there about me. But with Facebook, it's different, because the reason why I'm so protective about my Facebook is because you are also getting, when I accept your friend request, not only are you getting access to me, but you're getting access to the people that I'm connected with, like my family, like my friends. And I'm not going to, allow just anybody to be able to access them as well. Because that's not, it's fine if you follow me, but not cool if you're going to, like, message my mom or something like that, which I'm sure no one ever would do, but I don't even want to entertain the possibility. So that's why I'm just more protective with my Facebook. But in terms of everything else, like, if someone wanted to find out your full name, they would find it out. Let's see. Okay. Hello. All right. So it's 12:34. Let me change to the agenda for the week. Also, shout out to Josh and Anita. You guys, man, that was life-saving, life-changing. Boom. Let's show, I forgot who's doing who or doing what, but look at this. This is perfect. Look at this. I'm so excited about it. So again, thank you guys for doing this. All right. So let's get into the agenda. How are we doing? We're good? Cool. Ignore this YouTube advice. So this hit me yesterday. I usually come up with the topics that I'm going to talk about on the YouTube Huddle Up, just like, it's not really anything planned. It's just kind of like what's on my mind. And this is a combination of what I am consuming as a viewer, right? And a follower and a subscriber of other people's channels, but then also as a YouTube coach and someone who's very into YouTube culture and the trends and noticing the passion economy and all of that, and just seeing, especially after 2020, and how it's really changed our consumer behavior. That's where I'm coming from with this. And here's the thing. If you are starting a YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube channel, if you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, I really think that if we fast forward 10 years, I feel like everyone is going to have some kind of online presence. I would be surprised if that's just not where we end up. I think that it's very clear that you don't, just because you're trying to create content online doesn't mean that you're trying to be a huge YouTuber. I think that's kind of understood now. I also think that society has evolved where we recognize vanity metrics for being what they are. And more importantly, a higher number of, or a relatively low number of followers or subscribers does not discredit you as a brand. I think we are at that point. I think we're going to make more progress there, but I think we're at least at that point. We're at least that far. So knowing that, right? Knowing that 10 years from now, I really think that everyone is going to have something where they have an online presence and they're going to be sharing something, whether they want to make this their full-time thing, start a business, whatever it is. You don't necessarily have to take it that far, but I think everyone's going to be a content creator because it's fun. So that being said, I think that just like if you wanted to be a photographer, you got to know your ABCs. You got to know this is the camera. These are what f-stops mean. I have no idea. This is like what an aperture is. I have no idea. I'm not a photographer, but like, or a painter. Here's like all the different kinds of, there's oil painting, there's watercolor, there's these kinds of brushes and canvas and painting, doing graffiti on a wall or something. There's all different kinds of mediums and tools and things that you can do. And that's the same with YouTube. It's exactly the same as YouTube. So I feel like you do need to know your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. You do need to know the very basics of like, okay, what makes a good YouTube video? What are YouTube analytics? Which ones matter? Which ones don't? What makes a good YouTube thumbnail? How do we get a picture that is not distracting, is, as clear as we can make it with the gear that we have? What do we put in the video description? What do tags do? I feel like there are just basics for, knowing the lay of the land of the world that is YouTube, which is why, there are courses out there. I have one myself called Zero to YouTube Hero, which will walk you through what I think are the fundamentals of being a YouTube content creator. Right? So there are just like fundamentals that regardless of your mission, goals, preferences, your genre, whatever it is that you're trying to do on your YouTube channel, everyone should be speaking this language, right? There's just these basics that everyone has to know. That being said, after that, after the basics, I honestly think that nothing else matters. And that's what I mean by ignore this YouTube advice. So if someone tells you like you need to put, there's a best practice that you need to put your face in the thumbnail, or, you need to be, I don't know, what's another one? Like you need to put your YouTube titles in caps, or you need to have captions in every video, or your thumbnails need to have text on it, or you need to be, recording your videos at the, 4K quality, or you need to be live streaming, or whatever it is. I really think that you will always be able to find an exception to the rule. It so depends on you, your goals, your preferences, your audience. And like, I think that before, there was kind of a blueprint and a rubric for what a successful YouTuber did. But if we are getting to the point where more and more people are going to be creating YouTube channels, the way that we're consuming YouTube content is totally changing, right? Like, okay, we just talked about this, long form content, live streaming. Live streaming went boom, shot up the roof after 2020. What was the trend 2 years ago? Everyone's attention spans are fading. So we have to make sure that we don't waste anybody's time. We don't bother with an intro. We don't tell everyone to subscribe. We get straight to the content and try to make our videos as short as possible. No, like you're still here. It's 40 minutes in. I think all of us can say that we've scrolled through YouTube and we've stumbled upon a live stream that we didn't know was happening, that just happened to pop up, and we've stayed there longer than we had planned, even if it was spontaneous, right? So like yesterday, I was in a live stream spontaneously. Well, Tom was on it, but I stayed longer than I thought I was going to, because I was having fun. And that was not planned. That was not in my calendar. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to sit down and watch this live stream. It was just like, oh, this is on and I'm actually having fun, so I'm going to stick around. I think we're going to see more of that, right? So that being said, that's what I mean by ignore the YouTube advice. So, I don't think that I didn't come up with that title of like this specific YouTube advice, but what I'm noticing, what I noticed when I talk to people who are starting YouTube is, there is a lot of overwhelm. I suffer it as well. Literally, the couples table episode yesterday was about how I overthink and Tom overthinks, and as creative, entrepreneurial minded people, we are going to have the tendency to overthink things. But I also think like you can get advice from me, you can get advice from someone else, but you will always find an exception to the rule. So what does that mean, right? Like, I'm not saying ignore all YouTube advice or that it's all pointless, but here's the thing. I think that more than anything, the best advice or I guess the best direction and clarity is going to come from three things. Okay. And I think this is, I'm not saying this just because I'm saying this, like because I'm saying this, but I think that this is tried and true no matter what, right? It's these three things: get data, get feedback, get support. That's it. Because when you do this, right? Like if you get data, if you get feedback, and you get support, all of that is going to help you be more effective at your YouTube channel than any like broad advice that any of us YouTube coach people can give you. Because again, there's always an exception to the rule. You're not going to know that you're the exception to the rule. You might as well assume that you're the exception to the rule. So if you know that you're the exception to the rule, what advice do you follow? It's like kind of creating it for yourself. So let's break this down, right? Getting the data. If you don't have enough data to go off of, then you're shooting in the dark, right? Like there's nothing to aim for. So that's fine. Throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. And then once you have a direction that you can go towards that direction. Do not, I think everything is worth trying once. I think that you're always, especially as creative people, I think that you will always have something to take away from any experience, right? So if you're sure that you like live streaming and that's the way that you want to do it, I encourage you to make a pre-recorded video just to try it, even if that's not the direction that you want to take. But you may glean something from the experience of making a video in a different format, in a different, medium, that you can apply in the way that you want to do it. So get the data, right? Also, you're not going to know whether you're comfortable doing these kinds of videos or those kinds of videos. Like you still have to kind of experiment. No one can tell you what your mission is, what your passion is. No one can tell you that. No one could ever tell you that. And they shouldn't, right? That's like a journey of self-discovery. So enjoy the ride. Like give yourself permission to be like, I want to do this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to commit to it and I'm going to have fun doing it. And since I'm already committed to having fun and allowing myself to discover what I'm capable of, then try everything and then get the data. See what you like and what you didn't like. Because I promise you, what works for somebody else may not work for you 100% of the time, right? So that's one. Get data. Get feedback. It is so important to get feedback. And the addendum that I would add to this is it is very important to be very selective with who you get that feedback from. Because let me tell you, there is a reason why I didn't talk to my mom and dad for a year after I started my YouTube channel. Because they were not on board with me trying to pursue YouTube full time and me trying to start a business and all that. They were like, no, go back to your marketing career. What the heck are you doing? We didn't immigrate to America for you to play with cameras, right? Which is understandable. And now they're my biggest fans. So if I had listened to them, I wouldn't be here. And that would have been horrible, right? So, and oh my God, like I tell this story all the time. I don't know if my brother's here, but he laughed at me when I showed him my first vlog because he was like, oh my God, you look so vulnerable. Like if any future employer were to see this video, they would never hire you because like you're putting yourself out there like this. And now my brother has a YouTube channel and has surpassed me in subscribers, by the way, and is killing it, right? So it is important that it's important because everyone is going to have an opinion on your YouTube channel, especially people who don't have YouTube channels, right? Because they're going to want to tell you what to do because it's like almost, it's like, oh, I don't have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's like, bro, go make your own YouTube channel first and then we'll talk, right? So make sure that whoever you get feedback from is someone that I encourage it to be someone who's at least at the same level or a few steps ahead of you. I think if they're like way further ahead, right, they might not be dealing with the same things that you are. So that's, that. But then also like it's so important to find like-minded people. And if you are here at the YouTube Huddle Up tuning in, congratulations because you're already checking this step off. Use the people in this group. Everyone here is working on something. They're on the same path you are. So you can trust that anyone in this group here also wants feedback, right? So get that feedback from someone who gets it, someone who understands. The beautiful part about the internet is everyone's one click away, right? So just reach out, do more than just subscribe. Go find them on Instagram or Twitter and actually DM and connect, right? And then the last thing, I guess this kind of is the last thing, like get support. I think that YouTube is not something where you go through a checklist and you figure out like, oh wow, all my videos, you know, are getting 100,000 views. I'm done figuring it out. I've cracked the code. That's not how it works, right? I think that if YouTube is always going to be, I think, for most people, I think for you guys who are here, is going to be a means to an end, right? I think that all of you here care about the effect that your YouTube videos have. I don't think you'd be here, right? You'd be watching somebody else. But I think that if you're here, you care of whether you're bringing a smile to someone's face, whether you're brightening their day, whether you're teaching them something, whether you're empowering them, whether you're creating a shared, you know, creating a platform where people who are excited about something could have a shared experience and enjoy the same thing together. The YouTube video just is a way to make that happen, right? To bring people together. That's really what it is. And because of that, I think that it's because we're all trying to do such unique things on our channel. It's so hard to be like, here's a blueprint, go have fun, right? Like, here's the best practices, go have fun. I really think it's just a journey. It's an ongoing process. And if you flip your anxiety to look at it like this is a challenge, like this is exciting. It's an exciting privilege to be able to live in a time where we can do this, right? Like, don't forget how cool this is. Literally, I don't know if she's here, but I just had a consultation call with Roxanne. I'm gonna forget. But she's in France, and like the fact that we can connect to talk about YouTube, like how cool is that? So, you know, don't forget that, and think of your YouTube channel as just like an ongoing puzzle, right? Like, oh, we're going to solve this. And well, we're not going to solve it because it doesn't end, but just like, it's always something that's going to figure out. And here's the other thing, which I know, you know, but consumer behavior is always changing. YouTube is always evolving, always, right? Everything is moving, always. That could be very overwhelming because it's like, can everything just stop so I can catch up? But if everything is always moving, then whatever was relevant 10 minutes ago is not necessarily going to be relevant 10 minutes from now, right? So it is an ongoing, like, it's always going to be different every time. But I think there's real opportunity for you to rise to the occasion every time, right? There's always an opportunity to iterate and to innovate and to evolve and experiment and always make it so that you are pushing the boundary and really challenging yourself to see what you are capable of beyond just like, how many subscribers did I get compared to last month? Like, you know, I feel like you're making it, it's like you're taking away the excitement of this like really cool thing that we're able to do. So with that said, here are other things that you can think about, right? That I think are going to be more effective in you figuring out what's going to really work for your YouTube channel is, what is a problem that you're solving? Or if it's not a problem, because I know some of you guys aren't all informational tutorial type channels, what is the transformation that you are creating in the people who watch your videos, right? So I'm thinking James and Mark, they do mukbang channels. They're not teaching anybody anything, but they are providing a sense of like entertainment, comfort, and fun to someone who watches, right? So that's the transformation, is like someone is going to enjoy this experience of watching our live stream or tuning into our live stream compared to if they didn't watch the live stream, right? So that's the difference, or it's a sense of like companionship, If you tune into one of their live streams, you'll see what I mean. It's very fun and it's a whole production at this point, but it's like, it's fun. That's the best way I could put it. So think about like, what is the thing that you want to give people or you want people to take away? And I think it is going to be more of these intangible things like, oh, more confident, more, you know, or like less lonely or excited, or, you know, it's going to be some kind of emotion, because that's what it all comes down to, right? And then when you're looking at your content strategy and you're thinking about like, okay, what's the next 10 videos that I'm going to make? See if you could like cross-reference the transformation that you're trying to leave people with video ideas, right? I think that this process is going to be easier when you have data and when you have feedback and support. And then you could do this, right? Like you can think of, okay, here's the thing that I'm trying to impact. Like here's the impact I'm trying to make. Here are the videos that I got. Cool. And then it's just about executing. Does that make sense? So, wow, it's already 12:53. Before I check in with the comments, here's your homework from Heather. I gotta thank Doc Rock for that. Homework from Heather. Here's what I want you guys to do. And I really want you to do this. So in addition to the goal that you have for the upcoming week, here's what I want you to do. And I'm going to warn you that it's going to be a little hard. Okay? I think it's going to be hard for some of you. But I want you to promise that you're going to try to do this. Okay? I want you to connect with someone in the YouTube Huddle Up and specifically ask for feedback. Okay? Ask for feedback. It is one thing to be at home in your studio working and like, you know, I know you guys are putting in so much effort. I know it. I see you. I see the videos that you're doing. I see you tuning into live streams. I see everything that you're doing. And I'm not doubting that you're, you know, not working hard enough. But if you're working and you're putting all this work into creating content, and especially if you are, say, less than 100 subscribers on your channel, you're probably not getting a lot of feedback, right? Just because people haven't discovered you yet. Like, people haven't found your channel yet. But that doesn't mean that you have to wait to get feedback from a stranger who decides to leave a comment that day. Like, go ask for it. You could totally start improving your content now before the community builds, right? But that is the hard part. I think it's easy to create something. Well, it's not. But I think it's easier to create something and then you put it out there and then maybe someone sees it, maybe someone doesn't. But to create something, put it out there and actually reach out to someone and say, please tell me what you think of this, is a completely different thing. And I think that experience is going to teach you how to advocate for your channel, right? Is going to provide you with feedback from someone who's doing something exactly like you are, or, you know, is like-minded and they're working on the same thing that you are. And I promise you it'll give you something to think about, right? So in the YouTube Huddle, in the comment section, I want you to reach out to someone. I think all of you guys are cool, so it doesn't matter. Just at least one person, right? Reach out to somebody. Go to a platform where you can DM each other, right? Go to Instagram, go to Twitter or something like that. DM each other, connect with each other. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to link them a video and say, could you please provide me with this feedback? What's one thing you really liked about this video? And what's one thing you think I can improve for the next video? Okay, because if you're going to ask for feedback, I also want you to give feedback, right? So what's one thing that you really liked, or one thing that I did well? If it's one thing that you really liked, that would be really helpful, because then it's like, okay, if you like it as a viewer, chances are other viewers also enjoy this. So what's one thing you really liked from watching my YouTube video? And then what's one thing that I can improve when I go make my next video? Does that sound good? So I know this is going to be hard because you're putting yourself out there. it's not easy to ask for feedback. I get it. I totally get that. I think for some of you, it's going to be like, oh, that's cool. That's easy. It's no problem. I think for a lot of you, it's, I think you're going to have to push yourself. But this is a training and advocating for you and your channel, right? Be proud of what you're doing on your channel. It's very, very exciting that, not everyone, I think a lot of people I think a lot of people have the thought like, oh, I can go make YouTube videos, but not everyone actually makes YouTube videos. Not everyone actually makes the channel. Not everyone actually makes more than one video and actually commits and sticks to it. So, give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulations for making this far. But of course, we want to level things up if we could. And asking for feedback is going to be, I think is going to be really helpful. So does that sound good? So remember, I think that there's best practices out there. There's, obviously, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. And if you want my opinion on should you put the live streams or the pre-recorded content on the same channel or not, I'm happy to give you my feedback, but also I think there's always going to be exceptions to the rule. And I think that getting data, getting feedback, and getting support is really there's just so many different types of YouTube channels now. Everything is so nuanced, and not all YouTube videos look alike anymore. That's just the fact, right? And I just don't think that it does anyone any good when you say all YouTube everyone should be doing this type of thing. But what's exciting is that there's so many resources. It's crazy, right? Even just with Tom and I, we have a YouTube mastermind group. Both of us do consulting. We can work with you one-on-one to talk about your YouTube channel. There's Facebook groups, there's Mighty Networks, there's, a bunch of online courses. There's so many people who do YouTube coaching now. There are solutions and resources for you to do this that didn't exist freaking 2 years ago, so I think that it's an exciting time. And I think especially if you want this to be a thing in your life, you care about it, you're giving yourself permission to take it seriously, to dedicate time and effort and money and committing. When you commit to this, that means you got to anti-commit to something else, right? When you commit to making a YouTube channel, you're also saying, okay, I'm going to get off the couch and actually go do this, right? I think that's a very admirable thing that you are doing. And it's exciting to know that there are people who want to help you do this. And if you want to see this through and make it a part of your life, it's an investment, right? There is no YouTube college. I would have totally majored in YouTube if I could have, but it wasn't an option, right? But now, there are so many things you can invest in support, upgrade your gear, and I think it is going to take some kind of investment. So, on the couples table yesterday, Tom shared how Artlist was the very first thing that he paid for when it came to his YouTube channel. And Artlist is a database of copyright or royalty-free music, right? So you can put music in your YouTube videos. I think it's actually, I'm not going to tell you how much it is because I'm not sure, but it's a couple $100 a year, and you have to get the year subscription. They don't do a monthly thing. So that's kind of a huge investment for this thing that's just supposed to be YouTube videos. But it's not just YouTube videos, clearly, right? And now it turned into Tom's full-time thing where he was able to leave a traditional stable career of teaching to be able to do this 9 to 5. If he hadn't made that investment a couple years ago, he wouldn't be where he is now, right? So now I'm talking a lot, but I hope that was helpful. I'm going to tune into the chat now. Let's see what you guys think about that. Boom, boom, boom. Let me scroll up. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I am going to put on some jams. I'm going to make it really low because I remember the last time it was super loud. Okay, let's see. Is that too loud? Hopefully that's not too loud. Okay, my 2 cents. I think if you start a brand company movement, but within it you highly market, say, integrate your personal name brand, then I feel viewers will be able to connect better with the brand. Yeah. Also, Filmtopia is a very catchy name, so like Tom tried to do that with the Enthusiasm Project, and it just didn't stick. It's just not as like, it just doesn't flow as much as Filmtopia. Sylvia Nixon is here. Let's see. Yeah, just like, I can't tell you how many people. So Joshua is saying that's a really good point to think about when it comes to Facebook. I do a lot of local networking. I'm actually on the board of directors of the Indio Chamber of Commerce. So like, I get a lot of people who want to add me on Facebook because it's like local networking. And there are so many people who just add everybody. And I'm just like, no, because I also have a YouTube channel and I don't want like random people. No offense, like, you guys aren't random, but like, not everyone needs to know about like what my childhood friends are doing. I just, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, but anyway, let's see. I want people to know that Desert Cornhole is a great place for info and community, but also if they want gear, they can find my website for sales easily. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. You need to know ISO. Let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. Going with your brand name over your name. Desert Cornhole. Plus, like, cornhole, I feel like if you guys know what you're going to be talking about on your channel, like, it's very obvious, like, okay, this channel is going to be about cornhole, then yeah, you should have it in the name, like puppy tips with Trish or something. That makes sense. Healthy Bearded is here. Hello, Heather, in the chat. Healthy Bearded, I've seen you a couple of times. Are you on the Share Spark scoreboard? If not, you should totally jump on. Let's see. I don't get views with live streaming even when I schedule it. So I know I just did a whole stream about like ignore YouTube advice, but here's a suggestion that I would make when it comes to views and live streaming is, I think the title really, really matters, because unless you already have a base of people who know you, like no one's gonna tune into a random live stream, right? Like, I think that they're only gonna tune in if they know who you are, so they have kind of a sense of the thing that you're gonna be, they at least know who they're gonna hang out with during the live stream, or they go in for the topic, which is conveyed through the title and the thumbnail. So I would try to play with a title and a thumbnail is my suggestion. Let's see. It depends on your individual content. Faces usually work better unless you are doing food content. Then a picture of the food without a face usually does better. See, I'm a huge proponent of like, put the face in. But there's so many times where Tom doesn't put the face in. So, and he's like a way bigger channel than I am. I never knew how addictive live streams are as both a consumer and producer. Yeah, for sure. They're so much fun. Nowadays, live stream is more about the interaction with the audience. Yep. Let's see. Data is something that has really helped me. I think we don't look at it enough. Yes. Someone told me about it. If your viewer drops in the first 30 seconds, they are never coming back. I really started to look at those first 30 seconds. Yeah, that's a good, there you go. That's a good, I actually think that this thing is like YouTube fundamentals. I don't think that's YouTube advice. I think that regardless of what you're doing on YouTube, this is relevant to you, to everybody. Like, you should be very conscious of what the viewer is getting out of the first 30 seconds of your video. Let's see. Melanie, I was just watching your video. You are so great. Let's see. Michael's here, a little late arriving. No worries. Tender heart. Thank you, Heather, for that valuable information. It is so true what you're saying. Oh yeah, Filmtopia and James and Mark, you guys should all connect, because I have a feeling Filmtopia, there's definitely things that you can pull out from James and Mark's interactiveness specifically, is what I'm thinking, that you can kind of take away to incorporate into your own channel. Not that you're not making yours interactive, but James and Mark have been doing this for years, and I think that you'll be able to tell. You guys are funny. All right, Filmtopia is doing the recap. Homework from Heather. In addition to the goal you have for the week, connect with someone from the Huddle Up and ask for honest feedback. Advice from someone outside of the headspace is great. Let's see. Ben's here, just popping in real quick to say hi and miss y'all. I'll be back from vacation next week. Looking forward to jumping in. Ben, I don't know if you're still here. Probably not, but I told everyone to go check out your most recent Podia video because it's so good. I feel actually quite comfortable not having viewers as I am starting my YouTube channel. It allows me to try anything. I know, dude. It's like such a fun. It's like, I think everyone hates being at 0, but this is why I get so tempted to start other YouTube channels, because it's fun. Ecam is here. Aloha. Aloha. Let's see. Michael's here. Happy to give feedback. Great. Healthy Bearded. Okay, how do I join the YouTube Huddle Up? All you have to do is say what your goal is for the following week, or the goal that you're going to work on in the next week. And then next Friday, tune in and tell us that you hit that win. And that's it. So we've got Josh and Anita who are looking out for you to put your goal in, and they'll take a screenshot and I'll add you to the board. That's it. Let's see. Kevin is here. What's up? I feel bad. I always tell the story about how Kevin laughed at my first vlog. Kevin is my real brother, by the way. Go check out his YouTube channel. I wonder what you think about my vlog now, Kevin. See, I need a list of huddlers and how to find your channel. Okay, here's how you can do this. Because I told you guys to connect with each other, yeah? Go to the ShareSpark scoreboard, okay? Right here, bit.ly/ShareSpark scoreboard. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. Boom. Right here, this is the link, bit.ly/ShareSpark scoreboard. This is the link, and it'll open this spreadsheet, and then you can just click on everyone's YouTube channel, like right here. So here, I'm going to click on this. Boom, here's Dominic. And I hope you guys do this. Dominic does. Bam. Instagram right here, right? You guys should have links on here we go, YouTube 101. You should definitely have a description of your channel and how people right here can reach out to you off platform. Like, they need to be able to connect with you off of YouTube. And then you can also have these links show up as little icons up here. So bam, I can click this and I'll go straight to Dominic's Instagram, where I can send him a message and DM from there. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. You can click right here, like bam, here's Filmtopia. And then Filmtopia, I'm sure, has done this as well. Go to the About page, or here, Twitter, Instagram. So that's how you guys can connect. Again, here, let me actually jump in here and write. It's bit.ly, http, bit.ly/ShareSpark scoreboard. There we go. Show. Okay. There's the link. So I just put it in the chat, and then you can click that, and Anita and where's Josh? Josh and Anita, I just added you guys as moderators because you have been such a big help. Thank you so much for helping with the ShareSpark scoreboard. I so appreciate it. Everyone give them a round of applause and thank them for, because here's the thing, like, the reason why I was kind of not wanting to get help with the scoreboard is because I know it takes away from your experience of just being a YouTube huddler. So, but they've been so great. So that's great. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Did I catch up? I'm thinking about doing Mariah Carey's virtual retreat. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. So on Tuesday, thank you for reminding me, Mike. On Tuesday, I am oh, I totally, let me try to find the link, guys. Hold on. On Tuesday, I usually stream from 1 to 100, which is my live stream podcast, but I'm going dark this Tuesday because I'm going to attend Mariah Carey's virtual retreat. I'm going to actually add that link here in the chat as well. So Mariah Carey is she's my coach, my business coach. She's the one who taught me about online courses and memberships and like how to monetize my personal brand, basically. I've been following her since 2016 and she's just like awesome. She's the accelerator. Like I wouldn't be doing this. I came up with the passion economy and from 1 to 100 a lot because of my experience with working with her. So on Tuesday, she's doing a whole virtual retreat. And this is really for people who, it's like if you see yourself as this, aspiring or advanced coaches, experts, and course creators. So definitely going to be in the information space or the coaching space. So this isn't going to be for everyone. And you can see what the agenda is right here. And it's to craft a high ticket thing, which is, I mean, I'm always harping on that when it comes to the passion economy, which is why the podcast is called From 1 to 100. But like, you know, this is because you're offering something that's like high ticket, doing high ticket sales and social selling, evergreen sales, all of this. So this is where I'm actually going to be. And if you want to check it out, there's a link in the chat. And then Mike, I'm going to think about this actually, because I have a feeling if you're not charging high ticket yet, Mike, then I would say yes. If you are though, then I think you don't need it. But it's the high ticket part, because I know you already have a course and stuff like that, but it's the high ticket part that I think is the value of this particular virtual retreat. Hope that answers your question. Okay, where did my chats go? Boom. Okay. I haven't watched as much TV since I started doing YouTube. I can't even remember the last time I watched TV. Let's see. I needed help to define the direction of my channel. I contacted Heather for that. Sometimes acknowledging and asking for help is the first step. Yes, yes, yes. My goal for this week is to get Tom Buck on the stream. That's happening, isn't it? I thought that was happening. Let's see. Can't wait to join in on this. Great. Yeah, we'd love to have you. Look at this. Yay, Michael is our newest member of our YouTube mastermind. We're so excited to have you. Awesome. HR, are you guys going to Con or Summit? I don't think so. But if Ecamm ever had something, we would totally be there. I just don't think that, I think Con's too soon. Actually, I think Summit is sooner. I don't remember. But I don't think we're going this year. I don't know. Yeah. Whew. All right. We are all caught up. Man, that was so much fun. Again, thank you so much, Anita and Josh. If you guys put in your goal and win after 12:30, I will go back. I have a feeling that Josh and Anita were on it this whole time. So I'll go back and add your sticker after this stream. And then let me see, any announcements? Oh yeah, really quick. Let me shout this out. Bam. Tom is actually going to be on the Let's Get Live channel tomorrow with Doc Rock. So if you want to tune into that, they're probably going to be talking a lot about podcasting. So you can tune in. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, Saturday. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to shout out? I think that's it. Then, of course, there's this virtual retreat if you want to join in on this. And, oh, yeah. Oh, here's something I'm really excited about. My next guest for From 1 to 100, he's going to be joining me on not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, is Dancy Bearded. It's just, I'm so excited about this. We're going to be, I want to ask him about all of this because he saw crazy growth in the past year, 2 years, and his channel is all about beards, which is like super niche. And you guys know I'm all about like, okay, how can we get real specific with the thing that we're talking about on our YouTube channel? So definitely mark your calendars for that one. And I think that's it. So, oh man, that's my friend. Yeah, he's great. All right, everybody. So thank you so much. Again, shout out to Josh and Anita for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out through Instagram, Twitter, wherever. And I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Good luck on your goals. Thank you for always pushing yourself. And I hope that you also, give yourself some credit. I know that it can be stressful constantly working at our YouTube channel. But if you're here, you're doing a great job. All right, cool. Catch you guys later. Have an awesome weekend. See you later. Bye. I should do a countdown off. I'll program that next year.